Hi everybody. If I think this is what I think it is, you're looking at an unboxing of the SJCAM. I ordered this on eBay about 2 or 3 weeks ago, and it showed up at my door today. The SJCAM is, if you don't know, is a GoPro-like camera. It's not, I wouldn't call it a copy of a GoPro because it's obviously a different camera. They're not trying to be a copy necessarily. It just happens to be in the same class of action cameras as GoPro, and they look very similar. But what it is a very inexpensive version of something like a GoPro, and let's have a look. I got this for about $60-something on eBay. It was one of those eBay email specials that you get, you know, 60% off, 70% off type things. And then a week later, I get another email from eBay with the same special, except it's now $50. So they suckered me into getting it when it was $65 or $66 with shipping and free. And then, you know, don't send me an email a week later saying it's now $50. But I guess that's the risk you take. I mean, they had limited offers, limited quantities, I should say. And here it is. When you have limited quantities, you pick them up when you can, because you figure you don't know if the deal is going to be around longer. And I had certainly no idea that they were going to have that deal for longer. And I didn't know it was going to go up or down in price. Obviously, if I knew it was going to go down, I would have waited more. But in any case, the problem with buying off eBay, especially when it comes to SJCAMs, is that you don't know what you're going to get. I'm just trying to open up the tape here so I don't ruin the box. What I mean by you don't know what you're going to get is that there are a lot of clones or copies of SJCAMs. So what happens is you end up buying something that you think is an SJCAM, and in fact it's a not as good a copy, or it may be the equivalent copy, which is fine. It may have the same resolution settings and frame rates and so on, but the problem is when you go to update the firmware, you get into this very bad situation where you brick your camera because you don't know what the firmware is and you think it's an original SJCAM. So you go onto the SJCAM servers, you download the update, and next thing you know, it doesn't work. And unfortunately you can't revert because you don't have the original firmware that was in the camera. It's already in the camera. I'm not sure if it's supplied with a driver disk or something that will let you revert back to your original firmware. So if you don't know what you have in your camera and you can't verify that it's authentic, you may brick your camera by updating. So most of the time I've heard people say, you know, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Don't update the camera. And if you don't think that you need to, if it's performing fine, don't bother updating it. So one of the things that impressed me with the SJCAM, and again, this one was purported to be original. It was in the eBay listing as SJCAM original or non-fake. I mean, you can believe anything you want, I guess. But this is what I got. I'm not sure if this looks like an original box or not. I mean, even the non-originals may not be exact. Now, one of the other things, you know, it says SJCAM right on the camera right there. Why did I get a black model? Because black doesn't reflect light. If you're going to get a camera, it really makes no sense to get white. You're going to be inside, you're going to take a picture through a window, and guess what? Your camera is going to reflect off the window. It just makes no sense. So when it comes to cameras, you really should get black. A matte black finish is you know, the least reflective of light, and that's what you want. So let's open this up. Anyway, what I was saying was I was very impressed with the amount of accessories that come with the SJCAM, and you know, we can open it up here. I think a lot more people are buying these as averse to GoPros. That GoPros are great, you know, they're the industry leading camera, I guess, in that class, in that category, and for a good reason. They're built well, and you know, they have all the support and backup that you need. So you know you're getting something quality. The SJCAM sometimes are hit or miss. I've seen videos on eBay showing this with you know, dust on the element. I've seen videos showing the camera with issues such as the USB connector breaking over time when you plug it in. So we're gonna have to watch out for that, and just know that, you know, you're paying considerably less than a GoPro. And I was considering the cheapest GoPro, which is I believe $180 right now. The only problem with that is that it doesn't come out of the case. The original GoPro, the cheapest GoPro does not come out of the case, and because of that, if the case gets scratched, you can't remove it. This, the camera, comes inside a waterproof case. You can see here a little button, what looks like a release, that lets you open the lid. Now I have to, there we go, that opens it up, and then here's the back, which has a rubber gasket. There's the camera. It pops out somehow. Oh, there it goes. And there it is. It is very small. Okay, you can put it in the hand. That's what it looks like. Let's power this thing on. I don't know if it's actually charged or not. I'm sure it has a battery. I see the light going on. It says SJCAM on the screen, SJ4000, and there it is taking a picture of my hand. Now, I haven't read the manual at all. I'm going to turn it off again. Okay, but if anyone has seen this firmware, oh, I just pressed the power button. I'm not even sure what that does. Do I hold it down? There we go. So there. So it's most likely an authentic SJCAM, which is great, but you know what? I'm not going to update the firmware for now. I have no reason to. I'm not even going to try. Why bother if it works? Okay, has USB ports right there, and it looks like a micro SD card fits in there, so I'm gonna have to pick up one of those. And this thing doesn't support anything much bigger than, I believe, 32 gigs. I've read on the box, yeah, up to 32 gigs. So you're not gonna get anything, and you have to be careful with the type of SD card you buy. You probably want a class 10, so it's fast. So anyway, the case, if this part gets scratched, you can always pick up another case for very little. So there it is. I'm going to insert it back in the case for now. What I was saying was the cheapest GoPro for $180 does not permit you to change the case because it's embedded in the case. If the case gets scratched, which it's very easy to happen, you're screwed, and basically you have to somehow pry your camera out of the case without damaging the lens, and maybe figure out some way to hack it. But anyway, that's the camera there. Now the accessories. So there's a whole bag of stuff here. Let's have a look and see what's here. I see a battery, and there's already a battery inside the actual camera because I just turned it on. So I got actually this kit. The deal was for an SD cam and an extra battery. One other thing to notice is the case has a plastic peel right here, and it also has a plastic peel on the inside of this part. You may not realize it, and when you buy the GoPro, the SJCAM case, and you put it in, you wonder why your image looks crappy. You can see there that it looks like it's bubbling over. There's actually another film of plastic like this sitting inside the case, so you want to remove that. So another battery, of course, the obligatory cheap charger with probably the worst electronics inside of this thing. I don't know, it feels very light, probably has very little to no safety measures in it. I see some, a couple of things in there. Sorry, the focus is not working, but it says C, but I wouldn't trust this, but it works. I'm gonna charge it up with that. Otherwise you can charge it off the computer. Now this is appears to be a grip for handlebar. See, it's got a round area there. You probably you turn the screws, it tightens around something that's cylindrical, but be it handlebars or poles or something, and you've got the mount, the case mounts to this part up here. You remove this thing, which is for a clip, and you attach it to there. So you've got that. Here, I'll put them over here so you can see what you get. And here's the extra battery. Okay, this is another back. I believe one back is waterproof and one is with holes. This looks to be like the one with I'm not really sure, to be honest, but yes, one is with holes for sound, and the other one clearly says at the bottom here that it's designed to be used with water. Okay, so that's what that is. I'll put that over here, and let me put the camera here. Okay, so we have these so far. What's more, a little case, or actually no, this is Velcro, straps and Velcro. I'm not sure what good that's for. I'm gonna have to try it out, but you know, I'm sure it clips into things, and it might be able to clip around parts of the case, and you can Velcro it to irregular objects. So I'll leave that there. Okay, now this is a swivel clip. Okay, it also clips into the case, and there's some kind of it allows you to clip into mount. Let's find out where that is. Oh, here, these are the mounts. Okay, so this thing which goes onto the case will slip into this. There's two of them. One has a threaded hole, a screw. The other one doesn't. So you can mount it probably to like a universal camera mount and allow it to go into a tripod with this. And then the other side, not sure, it has sticky tape or something. So let's put that there. I'll put this here. And more. There's at least a few other things that look like variations on the same theme. You know, this is another slider, another rotating connector. There's no shortage of various connectors, and I can't fully review them right now because I haven't even read the manual yet, but it looks like there's a lot of kit. You see, there's even just a small clip. It looks like this is the camera goes in here, and it has a small screw for a universal camera mount there, and it even has a clip at the back so you can clip it onto your shirt. So there's another one. This is a few more adapters, something like a universal camera mount, another universal camera mount. There is a lot of stuff in here. A bunch of zip ties, okay, and your cloth. Okay, very nice touch. Honestly, I have 1,000 of those. I don't need another one, but they threw it in anyway. Here is a cable, steel cable, and some kind of 3M branded stick surfaces. Not sure what that's for. It looks like padding or foam, and the cables may be for safety, so you don't lose your camera. It's like a safety tie. Again, gonna have to find out what that's for. I'll put it there. Here's USB cable. Okay, standard micro USB to regular USB for the computer. That's to transfer your videos. And the manual and some stickers. Okay, so I'll have a go through this. It's gonna be here. I'll turn it around like this because everything's been upside down so far. There it is. Now this is available on the internet, so you can easily find it, or that's the way it is. Sorry, I had it the wrong way. This is available on the internet. Okay, So all of this comes in the box, which is quite a lot of stuff. I especially like all of these mounts. I think I haven't seen a GoPro unboxing, but I'm sure it also comes with a lot of stuff. So that's nice to have, and you can buy even bigger kits of various accessory mounts for very cheap. So I'm gonna start using the camera, and hopefully I'll post some videos soon showing it in action. So thank you very much, and if you'd enjoyed this unboxing, please give it a